Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel, The Cockney Crafter. We're ready to record week 9 of our 52 weeks, and the time flying by, week 9 of the year so far. So yeah, last week, where was I? I had another picture to put in, and then I'd done my journaling on these little cards. So I just had my son to put in there. Here I am. I thought I'd do this page. I'm just going to move my chair in slightly. Right, I thought I'd do this page today. And just have a bit of a mess around with some mixed media. I've got my trays all sorted. I've got some little bits and bobs of fabric and trim on there. This one. And my bits of paper here. I've got out my alcohol sprays. We might do some other bits, I'm not sure. So this week I've been really conscious of how grateful I am for a lot of different things. So that's where I'm going with this week, is the gratitude that I feel at the moment is huge. So I've got a few things from friends that I'm grateful for, like that I'm going to include, because I'm grateful for these friends. My friend Amy at Crafty Cat made me this. My friend Denise at Wonderbar Crafts made me this. And my new friend Maggie at Beach and Sari, that I'm now on the design team for, she made me these. So I've got places to journal and stuff like that. Oh, and I mustn't forget, my little granddaughter Lily Rose made this on my envelope punch board. She's only 8, and yeah, I really love that. So yeah, I've got a few things that I definitely want to include where I'm going to journal, but yeah, they're ready made, so I can put them to the side for a moment. I want to do something with this envelope. Well, what I want to do, this large tag fits perfectly. I just tried it in this envelope. I love these. They're just like dinner money envelopes. So I'm just going to go over it with a bit of gesso, if I can get the lid off. Yeah, an old rubbishy brush. But my brushes never go hard or brittle, and I'll tell you why. Because I wash them in warm water and then I condition them with hair conditioner. I don't use like a right decent one. I've just got a cheap one. You know how like you have a cheap coffee for doing your coffee dyeing instead of using your good coffee? It's the same with air conditioner. I've got a cheap and cheerful one, and every time I wash my brushes I condition them. I just squirt a little bit in my palm and rub it in, and then rinse it, and they're always, look, this is dry one, they're always really super soft. They never ever go dunky. So right, we've got that down. I'm just going to dry this off and I will be right back. So that one's dry. I've also decided that I want to put a bit of gesso on this one. Now that is the back with the seam, right, and that folds up that way, and when it's folded that way this looks pretty straight. When you go over here without the seam, look how wonky that is. So I'm just going to cut the bottom off, and then I'll still have the room of the bag, but I'm just going to cut it off and in a straight line, and then re-stick it together, because I don't want all the bulk. Right, I might be better off going out and then pulling it back in again. Right, and we want it straight, obviously. And hang on, I'll press it up against the bottom. I'm sorry if I just go out of frame with it. I've just got it lined up so that I cut a straight line and not a wonky line. And I'm already messing that about with that. Right, it's pinned back in the way. Right, I'm making a right pig's ear of this, Right, let me just go again. That's better. If it doesn't look 100% straight, I can always put a bit of trim across the bottom, which I will probably do anyway, because you know me and a bit of trim, I love it. So, I hope everyone else has had as good a week as I have. I've really enjoyed crafting. I didn't get a huge amount done this week because I've been busy, but I have enjoyed what I did do. And my last video was my design team project for Beach and Sari, my first one. And if you haven't seen it, I made loads of little bits, you know, and I was inspired then by the washi tape that she'd packaged some of my fabric in that said enjoy the little things. And I think that has really been in my mind for the rest of the week. That's it, that's sealed. I'm just going to put a bit of gesso on here, I think, as well. Wow, I've still got my paintbrush out. Just a tiny bit. I don't want to cover it. I wanted this all covered because then whatever I do on top isn't being dulled down by that darkness. But here, I just want a few little bits. But yeah, so I think I had that in my mind, like of enjoying or appreciating the little things. And yeah, I've had a really lovely week. The kids came over at the weekend, and so me and my oldest granddaughter did a little bit of crafting, and then I played with the little ones and that. They wasn't all that well. The two babies have got laryngitis and Lily's got chicken pox, but other than that we did have some fun playing and all watching a movie together, like with all my kids, like my adult sons as well as my daughters and their children. So yeah, we've had a nice little week, and yeah, I felt really grateful for the good fortune that I've had to make wonderful friends and to share everything with you guys like I'm doing now. It just fills me with joy. Right, I've got loads and loads of scraps here. A couple of them have already been stenciled on, and then there's some that haven't, that I'm thinking I might do a bit of stenciling on. I've got some other scraps that are already like been dyed in one way or another. I like that and all. So yeah, I've got a few bits that I want to stencil on and maybe spray as well. Right, I want that bit of paper, or part of it. Let's see where we're going with this so far. I think I'll spray that one. I'll put that one over there. And we'll do a bit of stenciling like that on that top bit. So, where's that one gone? I've got a few out of different colours. Oh, I'll use these ones. Right. And yeah, I thought if I just do some little bits and bobs, bring some colour here and there, line that back up because I want to now go lighter towards the edge here, and then go in with the blue. Let's line that back up. Carrying some of the blue into where I've already got the pink. So we've got that bit nicely coloured. And I'll do the same. I'll use some different ones. Right. Can't remember how this one comes out, but it's because it's an old, just cheaper ink, either from the range or Hobbycraft. It's one of the ones. No, I think I've got that one in the range. I've got a few of them that was just £1. They're not the best, but if you just want a little hint of colour, some of them are better than others. That pink has always seemed like it was already dry before I bought it, which I could have took it back, but it was just £1, and it does give you some subtle colour, which I kind of like, so I just kept it and thought I'd work with it. But then, yeah, this one, like, I can only go lightly, like I'll show you. If I go press harder, there's like a lot of colour in this one, and it's the same brand from the same place. So yeah, I think that pink at the bottom is probably already a little bit dry, but I like that effect. So I've got a couple of pieces of coloured paper now. I don't think I need any more because the pages aren't huge, are they? So I'm just going to work here. Oh no, before I'll do a little bit of spraying as well. So I've got my nasty old tray that I've just been spraying on as well. So sorry, it's covered in ink. Well, yeah, alcohol sprays. But yeah, it just catches the colours rather than getting it all over my other stuff. So that's nice and easy. I'm going to dry this off. Oh, sorry, that was just the tray falling over next to me. And I will be right back. Right, now that's all dry. Got some ink on that corner, so I'm going to tear from that side. I think coming down. The reason I want this, the Adventurer's Handbook, is because, yeah, I've had a week where I'm really mindful of how grateful I am for my life right now, what's going on for me. And all this, like, YouTube thing, you know, and my little Etsy shop, making journals or tips or all sorts of things. All of this really is an adventure for me. Never, if you would say to me a year ago that I would be doing this, talking to strangers, I would never ever have believed it. But I couldn't change my life now for anything that would make it better, because I'm just so enjoying it, and it is a big adventure for me, and something that I really didn't think I would ever do, especially because I get quite anxious and stuff like that. But I suppose where I'm not doing it face to face, I'm doing it on camera, is a lot more relaxing than if I had to stand up in front of people and speak. I wouldn't be able to do that, you know. But it really is a wonderful adventure for me, and the adventure just keeps growing and keeps getting better. Every week there's something else that just brings me joy. And yeah, sorry, I'm just going to wipe this off so I don't have any transference onto stuff that I don't want it to transfer on. Right, so yeah, every week things just happen, and I get another subscriber, or someone will like my things, or I'll get some lovely feedback, I'll make a new friend. All sorts of things keep happening since I took it upon myself to make this little YouTube channel, and I could not be happier. You know, people have reached out to me from across the pond in America. I've made like a few friends over there that I really look forward to hearing from, and look forward to telling them things like that's going on for me, or hearing about what's going on for them. They are true good friends, and so that is really cool for me. And then like this week I became a part of Beach and Sari design team, and I'm making like little videos with all the lovely fabrics that she supplied me with, and that is just the beginning. This is the very beginning of like a wonderful new adventure that's starting in my life. And yeah, every time I speak to someone new, or I'm learning things from the people that I admire and that I class as friends, all of that is just amazing for me. It really, really is. So yeah, it's a big adventure, and it's an adventure that I am loving and I'm grateful for, and I wouldn't change for the world. I really wouldn't. So yeah, that's great for me. So I hope you lot at home, whatever you're doing, whether you're crafting with me or whether you're just watching while you're having a cup of coffee or whatever, I hope that your week is going well, or has gone well, and that you've got things too that you can recognise that are things to be grateful for, and that you can just take a moment to reflect and give thanks for things in your life. You know, it might just be little things. Hearing from someone, like giving positive feedback on the work you've done, or it might be like that you had all your family over and like you had a nice dinner, or that your pet wants to snuggle on your lap all the time. It could be anything, but those little things that bring you joy also bring you moments where you can reflect and be grateful and feel enriched, you know. And I think the more grateful you are for those little things, you know, the more of those little things that you get, you know, the more things happen that give you chance, or like give you the opportunity to be grateful for them, you know. I really do believe that. Like, the more grateful you are, it's like the universe just recognises that and sends you more things to be grateful for. And yeah, that's definitely what's happening with me and my life at the moment. So yeah, it's all wonderful. And I did mention as well last week that my friend's son is fully recovered now, and he's at home with his dad, and everything worked out wonderful. And so thank you everyone that remembered him in your prayers, or just thought about him and sent some positive feeling his way, because yeah, it paid off and he's 100% better now, which is amazing after the worry that they had with his health. So yeah, that's another good thing that I was grateful for, that it all worked out for my friend and his son. So right, for decorating this bag, I've just roughly gone round the edge. I was thinking I'll have it somewhere, I might have it here, so then we've got that peeping out from behind, and I'm going to put my little bits in here, well, a couple of them that I want to journal on. So I think I might do a bit more. Might even put some paint down onto the page, proper mixed media, and sort of rev it up a gear, you know, not just stick to the same old, same old. So I'm just looking for my little card that I was going to scrape it about with. Okay, that's puzzling. I had it a minute ago. I'll do it with a brush instead. Right. No, I won't. Right, I will be right back. I'm going to grab the card. Okay, so I've got the card I wanted and my little plate that I use. And just want a couple of little bits of paint here and there. A little bit of blue. Only need little tiny bits like this, because we don't want to saturate the page. We just want little hints, colour here and there, to liven up a little page. Right, I'm just going to wipe. What I normally do is place a piece of paper behind, and I didn't do that. But yeah, look, see, there's no transference as I've turned the page, because it's so light. It'll dry in seconds, it really will. Go over from one to the other, and then I've got a dusky pink. Let's put a bit of that. That's way too much, don't need as much as that, but we'll go along there, a bit over here, right. You probably won't see most of this time. I get the rest of the bits and pieces on that I'm going to embellish with. You won't end up seeing half of this, but it's there, and that's what I wanted. Right, so I'm just going to put that down, because I was going to dry that, but I'll get a bit of paint on here as well first, and then we'll start drying. Okay, so get a bit of the light on there as well. And once again, we're not really going to see none of this. We'll see a little bit, but it'll be in the background where we want it to be. So right across, and I think a bit more. That's it. Right, and then I'm going to get my drying tool, dry these off, and be right back. Right, so all three of our bits are dry. I'm going to come back to those in a second, and this. I'll just move this out of the way. Put that in some water. Right. The reason I've reached for this is because I've got a receipt that I want to use. Well, that I did have 2 seconds ago, just before I put the camera back on. Oh, there it is. The reason I've got out the gunky old tray that is gunky from before is because I wanted to use this receipt, and I forgot earlier when I was spraying. I've saturated that quite a bit so that they'll run into one another. So I'll just dry this off. Okay, so we've got a nice crinkly, highly coloured receipt now, and like I said, I wanted the colours have mixed together to create like a lilac-y colour in the middle. So there's a serial number there, but just in front of that I'm going to write number 9, because it's week 9, isn't it? So today's date is Sunday 3rd, so 3rd of 3rd 19, from me, Ali, and 4, and it's got rent, and I'll cross that, and I'm going to write 4 everything. Shall I write everything I'm grateful for? Everything. Sorry, my writing's terrible. Grateful for. Right. You might not even see all that on there, but I'll know it's there, you know, because I'm going to stick something here. But yeah, I'll know that's there, and that's what matters, isn't it? It's my little journal that I record and I'm feeling all what's going on for me each week. And yeah, at the moment I'm feeling extremely grateful for lots and lots of different things going on in my life, and I have got a separate gratitude journal. I don't not usually use this one to give thanks, but this one is what I record what's going on each week, and it's been such a powerful emotion for me this week, more than any other. And I'm a grateful person, I'm grateful a lot, but yeah, this week it's really been like a big factor. Right, I want to put some trim on there, so I think I'll do that first, so that I'm not sure about this one because I've got that already on a different page. I've got some small pieces. I know what I've got somewhere. Oh, we are. Right, I've got some of these, and these have featured a lot, haven't they, if you've been watching me, because I was working on the boho journals, then the boho kits, then I did the work for Beach and Sari, where I made, I think, about 5 or 6 different little pieces. Right, and I'm going to do the same as what I did the other day on that video. I'll stick them down if I can get them to not stick to my fingers, which when you're crafting, sometimes it gets like that, don't it? But yeah, I'm going to try and get them there, and then I'm going to grab a bit of washi just to secure them, and I'll glue that as well. So I've got a little bit of washi. I'll cut it rather than tear it though, because I'm quite close to the edges, aren't I? So I'm going to need neat edges. And we'll see how this goes. So yeah, let me know in the comments how your week's been, or let me know what you feel grateful for, you know, what is going on for you that makes you sometimes think when you're sitting down, oh, do you know what, I am so lucky, you know, like anything that makes you feel like that. Let me know, I'd love to hear. I love it when I get feedback, well, like when you leave me messages and things like that, or you tell me what you thought of the project. Even if you wanted to see me do something different, like, and wanted to ask me how would I feel about making this or doing something different on camera. Oh, look at me, I'm getting that stuck to me. It's supposed to be secure in the thing. But yeah, maybe you want to see maybe you want to see a video where I don't do everything wrong. Oh, how funny. Don't know, there'll always be some mistakes, so yeah, you might be holding your breath for a long time if you're waiting for a mistake-free video. But come on, other crafters, you help me out. I don't think we have a mistake-free. Sometimes we do things mistake-free. We can go for hours without making a mistake. Not on camera. The minute you turn your camera on, it's like the gremlins come out to play and you start doing weird things. Right, so I don't like the angle of that now. Oh, but I suppose by the time I get it stuck on the page, yep, right, let's not faff about with it too much, otherwise it just takes ages and I'm not going to get anywhere. Oh, look, hold them out of the way if possible. And yeah, I'm going to glue this whole thing. I'm not leaving the top bit open because it's a deep enough pocket when you use one of these bags, because then it makes like a gusseted pocket, and it's plenty for my little journaling cards and that. Right, so that is how I wanted that, and then they can sort of dangle off the bottom. I've got plenty of room now to stick my bits and pieces in. And I wanted to make a tip in over here like this, so that that lifts up and I get to the bag. So I can probably see what I've written if I stick it there. But I wanted that trim, which would cover all my writing, but that don't matter. I could do it on the line above and write smaller. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'll do that off camera, because the way I've worded that sounds funny anyway. Everything I am grateful for. I'll think of a better way to articulate myself and what I'm trying to say, because at the moment I'm doing this, and do you know what I mean, you can't do everything at once. You can't sit and think, oh, I need something that sounds a bit nicer, because then I'll just be sitting in silence. Which I'll go over a bit, because that's over here. I don't want it lined up on there. That's it. I wanted it like that. No. Let's trim that piece. No. And I wanted a bit of this nice trim over the top of it. Well, that's still, yep. Right, let's get the fabric scissors. The other ones aren't good enough. And yeah, I just wanted that going right across the top. Add a bit of sparkle, which would be about there. And we'll just glue that down. Right, that's the way. Is that the way I want it? No, I want the pattern going that way. So I've just got to flip it over afterwards, not turn it upside down. Right. This type of trim is the type where you really get gunked up to the eyeballs, isn't it? Because it's just, the weave is so loose, so every bit of glue just goes straight through onto your hands, which you see me just get more and more sticky as the video goes on, but that's what happens, isn't it? Right, so there's a tip in there, and I've got my bag where I can now fit my little card from Amy and my little envelope for my granddaughter. I'm going to put some paper in there, and I think I'm going to put this smallest tag, because there's quite a bit of room in here. I can have an envelope at the back and an envelope at the front with the tag, and this tucked down, and then I've got my tip in like that. So, oh hang on, not this one. This one's making it stand up too much. Those are fine. Right, I need my fabric scissors, because I've got that little bit of dangled bit. I'm going to put this in a different pocket, or I might have it as a little flip somewhere. I might have it over here somewhere, flipping. Actually, yeah, that sounds like a nice idea. Or even there. But then I'd have to go on top. I should have gone under. But I didn't think about that at the time. So I might have it over here. I'm not sure. Let's see. Because I've still got this tag to go into the other envelope that I want to decorate. So we'll do that right now. Right, so I've grabbed my little envelope that I've just smudged some paint around on top of some gesso. But I think I might do a bit of a collage as well, because I've been loving that this week. Really, really enjoying it, especially where I've had a lot of new fabric to work with. It's been fabulous. So I think I want to get some fabrics on here. Probably not going to end up seeing any of this, because in the beginning I weren't thinking that I was going to do that. I was thinking of doing a bit of decoupage, but then I've changed my mind as I was going along, which I think we do sometimes, well, I do. I've just done it now, but yeah, and it's no drama. I've got the bits and bobs. I've got in my head roughly what I want it to look like, to have lots of different texture. And so yeah, it should all go to plan. But yeah, I probably didn't need to get the paint onto this little envelope, but a few bits I might leave showing through that I'm going to need to trim off like that. Nice little bit of embroidered fabric there. There's another really lovely thing. My daughter, she had an handbag that she'd got as a present that was brand new, that it's not really her style, so she gave that to me over the weekend, and it's gorgeous. Immediately I transferred my stuff out of the bag I was using into that bag because it's really nice. And then with that, she brought over a great big, like, shopper, you know, like the massive ones that you can put like loads and loads in. She brought over a big shopping bag like that, and it's full of clothes that the kids have grown out of, but that they can't really donate to a charity shop. You know, like, there'll be like a beautiful dress, but she's got a bit of pen on it and it won't come out, or like a little top and the fabric's really lovely, but then she's made an hole in it or something, you know. So yeah, she brought out a big bag like of stuff that the kids have grown out of, mainly Lily. But yeah, there's loads of things like some of the fabrics embroidered onto, or like it's got little net frills underneath and stuff like that. And so yeah, it's really stuff that I could use, that I do use near enough on a daily basis. And so yeah, that was really exciting. I was really pleased to receive those. So these have been cut probably by machine or with a pinking shear, but it's a lot smaller than mine. But I like I'm never really good with pinking shears, lining them up. Right. Oh, it's probably because these ones are a bit rubbish. Right. I just wanted like the ziggy-zaggy of the pinking shears, and that smaller bit is what I wanted, but yeah, it's not really great. Right. Let's try like this. Right, that bottom bit's not too bad. Prefer that bit. Oh, I will have that bit. I'll have to use that. The other bit don't look very good, but I'll find a use for it somewhere, trust me. I always do. I've got my little box of tiny scraps, then I've got a bigger box of medium-sized scraps, and then my other big bin of fabric, because I don't use tons and tons, but yeah, with what my daughter brought on the weekend and what I've just received from Maggie at Beach and Sari, it's all a bit overflowing. I need to get some new storage, I think, because yeah, I've got a great big bag now sitting on the bed that I don't know where to put it, which I have to have places to put it. And the reason there's a bed in here is because this is our spare room that also doubles as my craft room. But I might be losing the bed, because when the girls stay over with the children, they don't sleep in here. No one uses this bed anymore, because the girls like to be in the same room as their kids, and this is only a little room with a spare single bed. So yeah, no one uses it. So I might get rid of it and have a bigger desk, or get some of that cube storage that nearly enough everyone in the world has got. My storage is, I've got a lot of storage and everything's organised, but it's not all matching or brand new or anything like that. I've just got bits and bobs that people have given me, or that was mine but are really old. So everything is just a mishmash, nothing matches, but I've got a place for everything apart from that new bag of fabric. And yeah, I like it, you know, it suits me. And as well, it it's all pretty much the same. I've got wallpaper on this. This is a white camping table, it was, but it's been burnt, like with hot things put on it, where I've had to put a pan down quick when we've been away camping and that, so I always keep this covered up. And then my other desk is wooden, but I want to paint it white. I want all the furniture painted white. Some of it already is, some of my little drawers, but it's a mission, isn't it? 'Cause then I've got to take everything out, and I don't know what I'll do with it while I'm painting it. I'll have to wait till the summer comes, and then things don't take long to dry, do they? I can take bits out a drawer at a time or something, or get my son to carry it down. And in the summer I could probably get the big desk done in a day, but yeah, at the minute it's just covered with wallpaper on the top because nothing matches at all. Right, so I think I'm going to have this little sparkly bit of trim right at the bottom, and then that'll be pretty much it for this pocket. I don't really need to do anything on the top. I can leave that showing because it seems a waste that we wouldn't see none of it. But I love collaging with paper or fabric, but yeah, when you've got nice lots of different bits of fabrics that you want to try or you want to see put together, then it's too good a temptation to miss. And I've let that flare out on either side. I haven't stuck to the formal shape of the envelope. I've just let it spread out a bit and sort of go a little bit wonky, but that is what I want. So what I was thinking here, because this is going to have at least this one, it might even have the little one as well in it for me to journal on, and I'll have the other envelope. I've took it out, by the way, just while I'm working, in case I don't want this getting wet with anything that I might put on and then ruining the envelope and the card from Amy. So I've got that like that. Now I did have, this is it, what I was looking for. I've got this as well that I wanted to include, and I'm going to journal on the back. Now I was thinking I could have that there, just under where it says the Adventurer's Handbook, and I could have this here, wonky, rather than it all being in a row, you know. I could have that underneath and this stuck on there, because it still wouldn't affect that pocket, and so I could have that coming up and just the tiniest corner poking over the edge. I think that's what I want to do, just to make it a bit different, just a little bit unusual. I'm going to write up here, I think I just might write the word gratitude, that it's for gratitude, and then I'll put about what I'm grateful for in all the different places. So I might even give that a little bit of a, I'm going to go across that way. It doesn't really need anything. I really love that, but yeah, just to tie in with the rest of the page, I think I'm just going to give it a little belly band. It's, well, not a belly band, because nothing's going to be able to poke under it because I'm gluing it properly down flat, but just as a little bit of something different on the eye, a little bit of decoration to tie everything in. Now let's make sure that can still move, and it can, and trim from the back. Nice straight edge on there, and then that will sit like that. Yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. So we'll stick this one down first, and I really love these, this long envelope made out of paper bag, like, well, it is a paper bag, the long bag, and the card. I've used another one that she made me, I use as a bookmark, but then this one I thought I can journal on the back of, because one of the things I'm grateful for that I will be recording is my friendships that I've made with people since I've been doing this. You know, I am really grateful for that. So that's why I wanted to include some things that people have made for me, you know, so I can look at them and instantly, before I even read what I wrote, like when I go back to this in years to come, I can always just see straight away that one of the things I was grateful for was that friendship, because I'm looking at items that are made by my friends. And do you know what, and my granddaughter as well. So I couldn't ask for more than that. I couldn't ask for things to be any better than they are. So it's a tiny little number 9 there, but I might write week above the top. And do you know what, I might even call this a day, because I've got this tip in here. I'm going to put in my card from Amy in the back kind of fold. I'm not sure whether, I'm definitely putting this tag in because it fits perfect into this pocket. I might even have this little one there as well, you know, add them together like a little pair, like the big one and the small one, and then that like that. And so now I've got plenty of places. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, oh, and my other little envelope, 5 places to journal. And yeah, if I put this upside down and then put it in, the bulk will be at the bottom. It won't be pushing up the tipping that I've put there. So I'm really happy with that. Lots of bright colour, lots of visual reminders of what I've got to be grateful for, and you can just see the Adventurer's Handbook poking out there, because this is a wonderful adventure that I'm on doing this, and I'm just grateful for every single one of you that's coming along and doing it with me. So thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, or like my video, or leave me a comment, tell me what you're grateful for. And yeah, I will be back with you with something else very soon. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. Bye.